Hey guys, James Wyatt here with BC Fitness. We are on another Training Tip Tuesday. We have been talking all things sports performance. So in other words, how do we get as good as we possibly can for whatever the event, whatever life has to throw at us, whatever our end goal may be. And so today we're going to be talking about practice brings progression. Not practice makes perfect, but practice brings progression. What do I mean by that? Simply this is that if you are going to be good at any particular activity, you need to be practicing that activity.
Listen, we're talking about practice.
So if you want to be a great runner, well, guess what? You need to spend the majority of your time doing a lot of running. If you want to be an American Ninja Warrior, you need to spend the majority of your time on obstacles, back to back, right? So cross-training is it's an invaluable tool that you can utilize to help you in your sports performance. But really what it comes down to is that if you want to run a marathon, you need to spend time on legs, okay? And so we want to perfect that, right? Or we want to progress in those activities. And so, you know, one of the things that I like to kind of give an example of is with running, right? So, you know, running is probably one of the best examples because no matter who you are, everybody for the most part has spent time running. Now, maybe you don't like it, maybe you don't love it, maybe, you know, you've had a goal of like running a 5K, and to you that's like a long distance, right? And so until you do the distance, it's always a long distance, okay? And so whatever that activity is, your training is going to change to be specific to that activity. So if you're running a 5K, well, you need to practice building your volume, yes, working on slow, easy miles to build your aerobic capacity, but a 5K is a fast race, okay? So even though it's an aerobic effort, it's still a very fast event. And so you need to spend time doing some speed work, doing some strength-specific exercises to help you go faster. And so anything that you do in your training that is connected to that, you want to help promote it, right? You want it to kind of go hand in hand. You want it to be in tandem, right? So you want to make sure that when you're setting your goals for that event, you don't want to be setting a training program that has nothing to do with whatever your activity is. So, prime example for that. If you want to be a basketball player, okay? Yes, you need to run because you need to get aerobic fitness. Yes, you want to do some strength building because you want to make sure that your muscles are strong. You've got some strength to be able to, box folks out in the paint. But you probably realistically don't need to be running 40 miles a week. You don't need to be spending, 100 hours a week on the bike, right? So those are things that are not really necessarily specific to your activity. So you want to make sure that you're building a program, right? You're doing your periodization, all kind of circled around, or really going back to that pyramid, working your way up to wherever that goal is. And if you do that, I guarantee you'll see nothing but results in whatever that activity is. And so that applies for weight training, that applies for bodybuilding. If you're going to be doing shows, if you're going to be, if you're going to be riding a horse, if you're going to be, playing soccer, high school, college level, every single level, it's going to be the same. It's going to be specifically about practice, practice, practice. And when you practice and you do it regularly, you can't help but get progression, right? We've all probably heard that adage that after 10,000 hours of doing any activity, you become an expert at it. And so if you want to get good, put in the time, put in the practice, and put in the effort. So thanks for coming in today, guys. If you liked it, hit that thing 2 times. Here we go. 2 times. Bam. 2 times, right? And then make sure that you share it with some folks that you love. Every week we do a Running with James on YouTube, a video about whether it's training specific or it is, we do shoe reviews, gear reviews, all that good stuff. So check us out. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. We got some cool videos coming up here very, very soon. So thanks for coming in today, guys. Remember, when you change your mind, you can change your life. Hooping up on those fools. Cross them. Woo!